Our commencement speaker today, Monika Fahlbusch, has been recognized as an industry leader in human resource management and organizational change. She is known for the innovative use of technology to radically transform work environments, improving employee engagement, collaboration, retention, and the performance management experience. She currently serves as the Senior Vice President at BMC Software, a $2 billion digital software solutions company that provides cloud, mainframe, and mobile IT management services for businesses. Her responsibilities on the executive team of the Houston-based company include human resources, facilities, employee communication, and community relations. Ms. Fahlbusch was attracted to the role at BMC because of the company's commitment to transformation and learning. Prior to joining BMC, Ms. Fahlbusch was the Senior Vice President of Global Employee Success at Salesforce. During her time at Salesforce, she helped move the company's rank from 52 to 7 in Fortune's Great Place to Work list, due in large part to her role in launching innovative employee engagement and leadership programs. Her 24-year administrative career includes leadership positions in human resources, communication, and information technology at Old Navy, PeopleSoft, and ABM Industries. Ms. Fahlbusch is also a highly regarded speaker at industry conferences, with keynote addresses at events such as the Aspire Executive Summit, Great Place to Work Conference, ICANN Women's Leadership Conference, and the Milken Global Conference. She is a 1990 graduate of St. Mary's, with degrees in business administration and economics, and is someone who, consistent with the St. Mary's College mission and values, puts collaboration, learning, and care for personal development at the heart of all of her professional endeavors. Please join me in welcoming our 2015 commencement speaker, Ms. Monika Fahlbusch.
Woo-woo! Good morning, graduates. Woo! Before I give you congratulations and my words of wisdom, which will only take about an hour, I do want to begin on this Memorial Day weekend with a heartfelt and sincere thank you to any of you, your families and friends who are serving this amazing country in the military. Thank you so much. And 25 years ago this month, I stood and walked across the stage as a St. Mary's graduate. But always wanted to do things just a little bit differently. I did so 8 months pregnant. Now, I know you're wondering, I had been married at this college the year before. It's okay. And I had one really important thing on my mind as I walked across the stage that day, and that was, where is the ladies' room? Those of you who've been pregnant understand. My parents were in the stands watching me that day, and I'm so excited that my parents are here watching me speak today. Are there any spouses of the graduates here this afternoon? Woo-woo! I'm delighted that my spouse is here today, too. And I was also married here on campus in this beautiful chapel. And I was hired right out of a class in my first corporate job. We had a Fortune 500 CEO come speak, and I was hired right out of that class, true story. And for 2 years, I was on the board of the School of Business and Economics with Dr. Zahn Lee. It was a true honor. So St. Mary's has a very special place in my heart, and I am truly honored and thankful to be asked to address all of you today. Now, I've spent the last 25 years of my career giving advice to people in all levels of companies, so I think that I can impart some advice to you as I send you off into your working lives, or for many of you, you're already in the work environment. So I'm going to talk to you about 5 practical tips that I think you can use in this new world that you're about to embark in, and we're going to call these Monika's 5 Truths. Now, 5 is special because you are special. You've just come from an academic institution. But truth be told, when you get into the corporate environment, most corporate environments will only throw 3 things at you because it's been proven that adult learners can only handle 3 topics. But we're going to go for 5. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Number one truth. The world of work has changed dramatically. I believe that in the last 5 years, we've seen more shift in the way that we work than there have been in the last 50 years. And that's because of the massive change that technology is bringing into the workplace. So just think about, I've seen all of you on your phones. I was just posting to Twitter a moment ago from the stand. I did. I hashtag St. Mary's, so you can go check it out. But think about our personal lives, whether we're on Imgur, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. All of those things have taken over our personal lives. We have this incredible need to connect with one another and to be heard and to join in the conversation. And now more than ever before, video is taking over text. And we want to see things, not just hear them. Well, it's no different in the workplace. This transition is now flowing into the work environment, whether you're in high tech like I am, or whether you're in financial management, or you are a nurse or a doctor, or you're in the public sector. This wave of change is happening for all of us at work. It's an apps-based revolution. We're taking these menial tasks that we all hate, like, for example, filing an expense report, and it's being driven by technology. Think about the disruptive business models that are so impressive today. For example, the largest hotel company on the planet owns no inventory. That's Airbnb. The largest cab company, one I'm a big fan of, owns no cabs. That would be Uber. So what does this mean to you? It means that as leaders, as you go out into the workplace, you will be faced with an incredible pace of change that is leveraging technology. The question I get all the time is, well, does this replace human interaction? And the answer is absolutely not. These technologies do one thing, and that is enhance our need to be human. What is Facebook all about? It's about sharing and being liked. And that is what's going to bleed into the workspace. So for all of you, be aware of that as you embark into these new roles. Rule number 2, the truth. If social is changing and technology is changing, it must be true that our relationships at work are changing, and they are. More than ever before, employees, all of you, are going to want to be connected to your boss and your company in a very new way. You want to have a relationship, one that is based on common values, common understanding. And one thing that young people will not tolerate is information flowing to them without context. They want to understand your thinking. They want to be included in the dialogue. So again, for all of you who are going out into that workplace, especially those of you who will be leaders and managers, understand that these young people want to be included. They don't need democracy decision-making, but they do want context and inclusion. How many of you are on LinkedIn? Great. It's really just Tinder for the workplace. You know that, right? Yeah. Okay. Some of the faculty got that. Yeah. Truth number 3, let's talk about your brand. If I'm ever fortunate enough to be asked to come to St. Mary's College and teach a course, this is the course that I will teach, the course on personal branding, which is really nothing other than marketing. Marketing is one of the most important things that all of us need to do, especially because our brands are so public. So you might want to get on Twitter and Snapchat right now and just think about your brand, because I can guarantee you, as someone who hires thousands of people a year, it's the first thing I do. I check you out. And guess what you do? You check me out. You're going to look at these companies. Their brands are very easy to access. One of my favorite sites to go on when I'm researching a company is Glassdoor. If you haven't been there, check it out. But you're on Glassdoor too. It's your Facebook page, it's your Twitter feed, it's you in the social sphere. So I would really encourage you to go and check yourself out and make sure that the brand you're representing is the brand you want, because these employers and people who might work for you are checking it out as well. What I would suggest for you as you check out your brand is do a couple of things. Number 1, make sure it's professional. And number 2, make sure you're interesting. Do you have diva on your hat like this lady in the front row here? I recently hired a woman as a data scientist to work on my team. It was clear she was qualified. She had all of the things that I would need. I knew she could do the job, but what particularly interested me to Olivia was that on her outside interest, she put dodgeball. This is somebody I had to meet. And I did, and Olivia now works for me. So again, make sure that as you reflect on your personal image and your personal brand, it's what you want to reflect. Make sure you are interesting, and make sure that your brand is professional. Marketing does not happen by accident. Truth number 4, this is probably the truth that I live my life the most by and have for a long time. I'm going to call it the don't be a victim truth. Positivity and maturity in the workplace is valued above many, many other skills. And positive people are not unicorn, lollipop-sucking, rainbow-drawing people. These are people who earn the right to be critical because they have a reputation for being solution-focused. They are positive and future-focused. So I encourage you to think about how the world impacts you. Or do you impact the world and take control? I'm going to give you a piece of advice, and I'm going to guess that of all the things I'll say this morning, you will remember this one thing. I think drama in the workplace is overrated, and also in our personal lives, and so I would invite you to join me in a personal creed, which is that I live a Kardashian-free life. It's true. And all kidding aside, when you leave college, you cannot guarantee that you will get straight A's. You cannot guarantee that you will get every job. You cannot guarantee that you will have a good boss. But what you can control is what you do about those things you cannot control. And so I would encourage you to think about the choice. I have 2 children, 25 and almost 21. Thank you, I know, thank you, yeah. How could she possibly be that old? And I remind them every day that they have the choice over the day that they will have and the life that they will lead. Let's get to the 5th truth, which is really probably the most important for all of us sitting on this campus today and honoring this institution, St. Mary's College. And that truth is to give back. What I like to say is, please, as you leave here today, do good as you do well. One thing you cannot guarantee is, as I said, what job you'll have, your success. But I can guarantee you this, that when you give back and you contribute to your community, it feels amazing to have that consistency in your life, and you can control it. Now, I recognize that sometimes not all of us are cause-driven. We may not feel comfortable being part of a cause as a way of giving back. But I can assure you that you could probably find one person to help. Because as I look out here, I'm pretty certain that none of you got to here without someone helping you. So please honor and respect this institution that is St. Mary's by being a good corporate citizen, a good partner in your community. And again, as someone who hires a lot of people, I can assure you that today a differentiating factor for many people in the work environment is, what are your values as a boss? What are your values as a coworker? Are you a good person? Is this company a community I want to be a part of? And again, I think you at St. Mary's have a unique advantage in this area. So in closing, again, I think you're going to remember the Kardashian comment only, but it's solid advice that I do stand behind. I hope you'll remember this. We're more connected today in the world and have more access to data real time than ever before in our lives. Technology is changing at a pace that we cannot fathom, and it is coming into our work environment quickly. We're bombarded with information, and as you leave today with your degree, my one tip, in addition to my 5 truths, is this: surround yourself with young people. Young people are native to these changes. They are unafraid. They are spontaneous, and they are interesting. And they can learn a lot from you. They need you. They need your direction. They need my generation. They need your generation. And together, I think we make an amazing community. So thank you for allowing me to speak with you today. I must close by saying good luck to all of you. Go Warriors! And most above all, go Gales!